In this next step, we're going to be attaching the front sway bar arms. And they'll say we are going to start from the control arm and go back up through until the last thing to attach is the sway bar arm to the sway bar. So to start, we're creating what are called the drop links. We take the left-hand heim joint, which means that you'll note it is a left-handed heim joint or the left-hand screw because it's got little hash marks on the nut. And so you take the left-handed, which just means that it threads in the reverse direction, and you find the end of the swage tube that actually works for it, and appears that this is the right end, and you screw it on in a left-hand direction, and you go until you get all the way up. And you'll note that we've left it about 1/4 inches of threads exposed past the nut, and we'll put this on this side. And then what you'll do is you'll take the right-handed threaded one and you'll do the opposite. Goes down about that far,
Bottoms out.
and then it bottoms out, and then you just drill the jam nut back. And then you take the right-handed side, you do the same thing. And then once that's done, what we'll be doing when they're both on is we will take the misalignment spacers and we'll put them in either side. You can use WD-40 in this process if you need to, but these are easy to drop out, so you want to make sure that you hold on to them. They usually go in pretty easy. And then what we're going to do is we basically will come over to the chassis over here. And on both control arms, one on one side, one on the other, as you hold in the 2 high misalignment spacers, you basically come down here to these brackets, you slide them in between, and you take your bolt and you go from the outside toward the inside, and you slide it in and then bolt it down. Do we have a torque spec on this, Mike?
That one needs to be confirmed as well.
Okay, and so you slide it in from the outside to the inside, and then you put the nut on the other side, and then we'll confirm the torque spec. And that's how you do this. Then you do it on the other side, and you'll have the heim joint sticking up with the high misalignment spacers, and we will take our sway bar arm. If you grab me a sway bar arm, Mike, I'll show you. Turning it around here just to simulate what the sway bar arm will look like. And the note here on the sway bar arm is that the sway bar arms, here actually it's the other one.
Yeah, these are 2.
So the sway bar arm is going to eventually attach here, and it's going to attach to the top high misalignment spacers here. And so what we'll be doing is, as that's up, we'll slide the sway bar arm, and the sway bar arm has a weld on one side and no weld on the other side. And so the sway bar arm you want to use is the one that's got the weld on the inboard side of this. So we'll show you right here. You can see here's the sway bar arm. You can see the splined edge that attaches back here and the 2 little bolt holes that attach in the front. And you can see here this side has a weld on it and this side is a clean round. So you put the weld on the inside and then you slide this up in between, and then you do the same thing and you put the bolt from the outside going toward the inside, and then put the nut on the other side, and then we'll be ready for the next step.